Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another daily vlog again from my studio. Tomorrow I will be driving to work again, so I might be able to do a vlog outside. Today's vlog is about something where I was kind of talking to a buddy of mine, and I've also seen a couple of vlogs or videos about that topic where it was like, I am too old, especially in combination with I am too old to start YouTube. Isn't that a young person's game? And first and foremost, I want to kind of address this I'm too old kind of thing because I also see that with younger people that hit the 30s mark and they say like, oh, I'm so old. And I was the same. I was so afraid of hitting 30. But when I got at 35 or 36, I thought those were one of the best years when I was in air quotes younger, because I feel like that was the age where kind of your character and your self-confidence kind of settles in. Maybe not by like I am the best, but rather in terms of, oh, you know who you are. You've gone through a lot of hardships in your life already. So it's nothing stresses you out that much because you kind of see, okay, this happened to me, so this situation doesn't stress me out. For example, when you're single, when I was single at 35, it was amazing because you already have been dumped so many times. You've been rejected a couple of times when you have been flooding or whatever. And those experiences are in the back of your head, and you are then a little bit more not afraid to kind of talk to the opposite gender, right? Or if you want to pick someone up or whatever it might be, you feel a little bit more comfortable in your skin. You achieved a couple of things when you are in your work environment and stuff like that. So I feel like those years were amazing. However, I feel like now being over 40, I feel like I'm in my prime. Actually, I do a lot of Muay Thai, I do a lot of boxing. I love my work. I enjoy vlogging and being a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera. Yes, there are a lot of adult responsibilities. This not law, this legal issue with my client that's still in the process. I mean, I will continue talking about that because it will take probably until November before that is resolved. So all of that, of course, that is stressful. But other than that, I feel like I'm in my prime and I do not feel old. And I feel like although I don't want to quote him because he's a terrible person and the song text was terrible if you take everything into consideration, but age is only a number, hopefully only in terms of legally and in terms of being older and not the way R. Kelly was framing it. I'm definitely distancing myself from him and he's a terrible person. But when you're older, being over 40, being 30, being 50, that's a number. It's all about in your head how old you are. I mean, I'm over 40 and I recently had a comment on my channel, oh, why does a grown-up person still play with a retro gaming handheld? Because I enjoy it. It's fun. Why should I now, being over 40, should I wear a suit and be all talking about financial tips and tricks and stuff like that? No. I like Magic the Gathering. I like retro gaming. I like Dungeons and Dragons. Who cares, right? So age is, it's just in your head. You can be as young as you want. You will never be too old. And as I said, I feel like I am in my prime. I'm really enjoying doing Muay Thai. I really enjoy sparring, and it's sounds so weird getting hit in the head either with a kick or with a punch, and I enjoy it. And I can still keep up with all of the young kids there. So I feel really good about that. So in my mind, it's I'm not old, no matter how I I thought when I was 20, oh no, 30 is old. When I was 30, I thought 40 is old. And now I'm thinking, no, I'm looking forward to 50. I mean, look at Keanu Reeves, look at Tom Cruise. Those guys are over. I think Tom Cruise is over 60, isn't he? And he's jumping out of planes, doing his own stunts. So I feel like this age bracket over 40 is totally different than it used to be. Yes, I remember my parents being at 40, 45. They were they were old, but not in terms of being old, but because they grew up in a different time where like development was a little bit slower. I mean, it goes so fast what we have been experiencing over the last few years. The jumps in technology in society were so fast that I feel like how we interact is so much different than the old people, in air quotes, old people many years ago. And therefore, I believe we are still young. And I'm looking forward to be in the retirement home playing with whatever PlayStation, then it might be PlayStation 20. But I don't see my parents sitting in front of the PlayStation, you know? So that's why I'm saying being old is different nowadays because we have a different mindset instead of the older people many years ago. I mean, I remember my, not my grandparents, but the grandparents of other people. Or no, for example, my parents-in-law, they don't want to deal with technology. They just think like, oh no, I cannot deal with it. I don't want to. Why should I? The newspaper is enough. And I'm sitting there, yeah, but it is important, and it also is fun to check out new technology. And that's what I'm saying. We are getting older, but we are growing with everything. And if we are open-minded, we are still young. I mean, if you kind of distance yourself from everything else, I watch a lot of YouTube and reaction videos to keep up with everything that is going on. And I see so many other people who don't do that. But if you do that, if you keep young, if you play games and stuff like that, and you do what you enjoy, then you're not old, in my humble opinion. And that is why I think it's just a mind thing of thinking you're old. And as long as you keep your body healthy all of the time, then you won't age in terms of physicality. And I started Muay Thai 3 years ago. So when I was over 40, it's never too late. You can always start. And that is why I think being old, saying I'm too old is kind of stupid in my own opinion. And now going to YouTube, yes, if you consider like all of the influencers, all of the dance TikTokers and stuff like that, of course that's a younger person's game. But don't forget there are so many people in your age bracket as well. So even if you start your YouTube channel now, of course you don't appeal to potentially 20-year-old kids. Of course not. But there are so many people out there in your age bracket as well, or younger people who would be very interested in to hear what you have to say. For example, I mean, I don't really know what my age bracket is on this channel or on the main channel, but I do recognize some people who are much younger than I am and who benefit from or are interested in what I have to say. So just because you potentially think that you are old, it doesn't mean that there are other people who would A, be interested in what you have to say, B, might be in the same age as you, and C, you have nothing to lose. It's fun to learn something new. It's fun to do this kind of stuff, to talk to other people, to learn how to speak in front of the camera, to use the camera. And that is actually a topic that I want to cover in my upcoming daily vlog. It's fun to use new technology. And I'm so baffled by, for example, my parents-in-law, but also my mother. She's also not that interested in technology. I'm so interested in that, and which is why I think for me there won't be a point where I might be too old for stuff, because I'm always interested in that. And that's what I'm saying. When you start YouTube, you learn stuff using a camera. You learn audio tech. You learn how to speak in front of the camera. You interact with your community who are watching your videos, even if it's just 5 people. If they're interested in your stuff and what you have to say. Why not? It could be fun, right? And then you build up a community. And basically for me, as I've been saying with this daily vlogging channel, this is all about learning and practicing a new skill. And that is why you are never too old to learn, and therefore you are not too old to start a YouTube channel or to learn whatever might interest you. It's the same thing with Magic the Gathering. I see so many people who kind of think they are too old for that stuff, and I'm sitting there, why? Why are you too old for that? It's fun. When it's fun, why shouldn't you do it? Oh yeah, no, I'd rather play poker and sit in a room and smoke cigars. Fair enough, but that's game two. And when you smoke cigars, that's probably unhealthy. So what's the difference with me playing Magic the Gathering? Just because you perceive it as a kid's game, which in honesty is not, because it can be very complicated for kids. It's a game. You play poker. It's a game too. You lose money with that. So I would argue that's a little bit stupid. You smoke cigars. More power to you if you enjoy that. But I would argue that is not that smart, because you kind of risk your health. But I'm not criticizing for you for that. So why are you criticizing me for playing Magic the Gathering, also a game where I at least don't lose money? Okay, let me rephrase that. I lose money by buying those cards. That is fair enough, but I don't lose money by gambling, basically. Yeah, long story short, you're not too old for anything. You're not too old for anything. Remember that. It's just in your head how old you feel. It is, do whatever you enjoy. If you think it's a kid's game, who cares? Play it. If you feel younger with that, do it. Start YouTube channel. Do you think you're too old for that? I don't care. You should not care about that. Just start it. If it's fun, do it. And you will learn new people. And if you might appeal to people in your age bracket. Again, if you consider yourself old, there will be other people that are in the same age bracket, consider themselves old as well. They go to YouTube, oh no, there are only young people there. And then they see your channel, right? They see your channel, oh no, he's the same age as I am. So maybe click on that video and watch him or her, you know? So yeah, that was, I don't know why I got so overly enthusiastic about that, but I don't know. I want to you. I want to cheer you up, basically, and hope that you just start your journey and don't think that anything is too late for you. All right, that was this daily vlog for today, and maybe check out yesterday's vlog where I had something like Lego for adults. You can see it in the info tab here above. YouTube thinks that you like the video down here, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking the button up here, helping me to get to 1,000 subscribers. I see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.